Paris Mataji, Prajakta Mataji, and Sima Mataji. Sima Mataji is hearing from LA. She stays in LA, but she tries to join whenever she can. Okay, so we'll start with Mangalajal prayers to bring what? Auspiciousness. Whenever we do any spiritual activity, we should seek blessings from senior Vaishnavas, from Srimati Radharani, from Krishna. So, yeah. I'm thinking whether I should speak now or okay. I was thinking something, we will do it after introduction. First, let's get auspiciousness in place. So, we'll sing it together. If you want, you can take the copies out after you can say. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurvilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swarapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamshta Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Savagana Raghunathadutam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sajitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Savagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamutamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishvabhanu Sute Pranamami Hare Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namaste Saraswati Gauravan Picharini Vishwashanyavadi Pashade Shtarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Shri Guru Krishna Hare Krishna. When I was just thinking about something, but while reading this introduction, I was remembering something more. Recently, I was driving Vaishika Maharaj to Salesforce. While we were coming back, he was reading something which he's taking up a project of writing a book. So, how many of you know Vaishika Maharaj? He's the temple president of our temple. So, if possible, we should.
Seems like your Zoom camera is not working.
Oh, Vaisa? I don't know what to do. Are you able to see my screen? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You are able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
See your screen, but your video is covered by, your camera is covered, I think.
No, I can see the screen.
No, not the screen, the camera I'm talking about
that
his
I don't
own
know.
video.
Now I don't think so. We have that much time.
Something might be blocking the camera on the phone.
No, nothing. I am the only one who's blocking. It's okay. So you do only Shravadam. Some who are people in person, they should get some benefit more. Just kidding. But Mataji, next time we will test it so that yeah, you don't face this problem again. Yeah, it's showing video is on, but I don't know what is the reason behind it. So
Isn't video on YouTube?
no.
It's live, right?
Live
Are you
is
using extended camera? Maybe your iPhone's camera might be in use in that case.
okay. Let me see.
If you can check it quickly, otherwise, okay, just
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, let's keep it simple. Anyways, although I'm in tech, but I'm far away from tech. I'm only namesake, I'm in IT. Yeah, otherwise. So, anyways, there
It's
is
the audio version.
audio is there, no? Good Mataji. So, just.
Yeah. That's something is audio version. We don't get to see you, but we get to hear you. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you for the service.
Yeah. Our entire sampradaya is based on Shravanam, literally. So, yeah. Yes, so where we were? Vaishya Maharaj. So I was driving by Vaishya Maharaj and I was reading something from the project. And he said a very nice thing. He said, when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna exposes himself to the entire reality of Golok Vrindavan, the spiritual world. He was reading many things, but this one point struck me very hard, that when you tap into Krishna, Hare Krishna mantra, the entire Golok Vrindavan can be exposed by the mercy of Krishna. So then when he spoke about that, I was thinking about a story which Deembandhu Prabhu told me long back. Deembandhu Prabhu also told, there is one devotee from Vrindavan, another devotee, Mukundat Prabhu. Both of these devotees are from Vrindavan. They both told me this story in various classes. Me in the sense of in the class he was saying. So I remembered that because of this Deembandhu, I read this. So suddenly that story came to me. So Deembandhu Prabhu was just like a joke, sort of. So once he was traveling to Italy. So he met a pope there. Church's pope you see in Italy more. So he met there and so the pope said, why don't you come to my church today? So Deembandhu Prabhu said, sure, I will come. So he came to the church, to that place. And then the pope said, in here we can talk to the Lord directly. So who is it? He said, yeah, we can talk to the Lord directly. So he said, this is the phone. You have to just dial a number and you can talk to the Lord directly. So he dialed the number and he spoke to the Lord. Deembandhu Prabhu. For 5-10 minutes he spoke and then he kept the phone down. So the Pope said, Deembandhu Prabhu asked, how much I have to pay for this call? He said $90. He said like that. So Deembandhu Prabhu gave the money, $90. So then around after 2-3 years, this Pope was also traveling to India. So our Deembandhu Prabhu, how many of you have heard this story? You have heard this story? Okay. So Deembandhu Prabhu came to know that this Pope is traveling in India. So Deembandhu Prabhu called him and said that you please come to Vrindavan. I'll show you entire Vrindavan, you please come. So Pope came to Vrindavan. And then Deembandhu Prabhu said, here also we can talk to the Lord. So he said, Pope said, oh, is it? Here also we can. So Deembandhu Prabhu said, yes. We also have a phone, small phone we have. Not like big phone, we have small phone. Here also we can. So he dialed the number and he said to the Pope, you talk. So the Pope also spoke to the Lord for 5-10 minutes and he kept the phone down. So then Pope also asked, how much do I have to pay? So then Deembandhu Prabhu said, 1 rupee. So Pope said, just 1 rupee. He said, yeah, it's a local call. How many of you understood? No? Understood. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very important. So we can connect to Krishna, we can connect to Golok Vrindavan. Nahi samjha? Maybe during the Prasadam time we will. Sometimes jokes are also hard to understand. But the point is, we are fortunate to be connected to this sampradaya, which is Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. There are so many different mantras we can circulate and we can hear, but the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is considered as the most potent. Today while I was driving back from car, sometimes you get weird ideas. So in Vrindavan, when I was in Govardhan, I was staying in a place where, you know how the place was constructed? It was a big veranda. In front of there was a deity's temple was there, and all the other sides there was homes built, small apartments, not apartment, what do you call hotel rooms were there. So in the middle there was, and that's how it used to be in the earlier times. In the middle there was a big veranda, or you can say a place empty. There's nothing on the top, In the front, deity's temple is there, and like both first and second floor is combined of the temple. And on the other side, on the second floor and the first floor, on the all the other sides, there used to be rooms. So I told Raju to one day I wish I just think that this kind of homes are there, where all of us come together in the evening and just read scriptures and just discuss scriptures in the evening. So many other things are there, like CVI and Piyush Prabhu's and Mantra room. Every day in the evening something is there. Yoga is there, or reading is there, or something. So like that, I was telling Raju Prabhu that how good, nice it was. Previous times that's how it used to be. People in the evening used to just come together and they used to just read. They used to just read. No other thing, no other nonsense. Just reading and just discussing Ramayana and Mahabharata. Sunday evening, all the people used to come together and they used to watch Mahabharata in my home. Or we used to go in someone's house. Long time we didn't have TV. Later on, when TV came, then people started coming to our home. But there was the culture. The greatest gift that we have got in this world is actually scriptures. Let me show you one. This we are going to read later on. At the end, we will read. But let me show you something. This is from Jaiva Dharma. Thanks to Rajivan Prabhu, I'm reading this with him in the office time. Today what happened is I was so frustrated after 2 hours of work. It was very hard. Have you heard about SC Linux? If you not heard, you have heard. I've also heard. So I had to work on it. After 2 hours, I got so bored. I told Rajivan Prabhu, let's read something. So we were reading. So there, this is written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Let's see. No, I'm just trying to search. Yes. Someone can read from here, then we'll after that we'll start the class. Sorry. So you can read from here. No, from here. So who wants to read? We'll read from here till here. Okay. This talks about why scriptures came into this material world. We have Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Why scriptures came into this material world? It's mentioned in this section. Okay. Sorry. Let me make it a little bigger. Everybody is able to see the screen, or it is too small? It's small. Let me increase the font size. But as soon as I increase, I will lose the track. Oh, I did not. Okay. Kindle is good. Now you are able to see? You are able to see? Everyone? Okay.
Make this screen.
क्या करने का?
Full screen.
Full screen कैसे? This one or this button? If I have understood, yes. Okay. So maybe we'll start from here. Actually, you want to read?
We can clearly see.
This island is here. So, okay. So we were Jivas. Jivas in samsara. Read from here. You are able to read now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me move this somewhere else. Yes, read.
Jivas in samsara are created.
Are cheated.
Sorry. Jivas in samsara are cheated of this nature.
Right? We are cheated. I mean, we think that the material desires which are coming to us, with whatever material things are coming, it will give us happiness. But actually, it will give us more and more misery. We get cheated. Like when ChatGPT came, we got excited. Right? Then Cursor came. I was thinking 4 years back when this WordPress came, where you can just automatically the website gets created. I was thinking, what if I just say it to the just create it? And I was thinking, how it could be created something. But it got created now. So in Cursor, I just prompt and it comes. So 1 month back, I and Rajim was, I again against Rajim because we both are in the same team. Krishna has his own mercy. So we were supposed to give timelines. So that project is very big, and it was around 6 months of timeline we gave. So we completely bifurcated the entire thing, and we said it will take 6 months. And at the end, and it was a meeting where VPs and all, everyone was there. And after that entire meeting was over, and VP first thing he said is, have you included Cursor time? Basically, we think that with Cursor things will become faster for us, but actually it is other way around. More and more work will start. So the samsara, the material nature is divided, it's created in such a way that it is going to cheat us. We think this will give us pleasure, but actually it is going to give us misery. It's like a cassette. You can't just say, I want side A. You'll also get side B. Cassette. It's like Baba Adam Vimanika time. Right? Old time. We used to have side A and side B. So cassette. The material life is like that. You will get happiness and you will get distress. As soon as you start getting happiness, understand, soon the distress will also come. The material world is created in such a way. That's why it is known as Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. The definition of the material world is Dukkhalayam. Alaya means a place. There's a Granthalaya, Pustakalaya. Right? By saying Dukkhalayam. The material world is created in such a way, which is Dukkhalayam. We think that it is giving happiness, but we soon will realize that actually it is full of miseries. It's full of miseries. Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. It is temporary. It is temporary. Because after 70, 80 years, we again leave this world, and then similarly material world also. It gets created, it gets destroyed. It gets created, it gets destroyed. So it's Ashashvatam, it is not eternal. Like that. Okay, go ahead.
But the Lord is omniscient and compassionate.
He is compassionate. Right? He is compassionate. He is omniscient. He knows the people are suffering in this material world. Right?
He has seen that the jiva bound by Maya is cheated from his spiritual inclination. How can auspiciousness arise from the jiva? What method is there for the jiva in Maya to develop remembrance of Krishna? If the jiva attains association with devotees, he will be able to understand that he is a servant of Krishna.
Right? So one gift that Krishna has given is what? Association of devotees. But let's say you are in some weird place where you're not getting association of devotees. It is possible, right? Let's say you are in such a place where you don't have. Say.
There is no set rule for association of devotees. Where is the hope that such an association will happen for all people? If I do not make a path of rules, for ordinary people, they will have no deliverance. From this merciful consideration of the Lord, scriptures appeared. The sun is in the form of scriptures arising from the Lord's mercy in the sky of the sages' hearts, was preached in terms of orders and rules for the ordinary people.
Right? Sometimes people say, right, like my mama used to say, he says, that spontaneously we should love. Spontaneously means when jab man hua tab. But problem kya hai, man, it doesn't come only. There are two kinds of taste we can think of like that. One is awakened taste which is awakened, and taste which is acquired. The material world, whatever we are tasting, not just food wise, but we are experiencing, is actually acquired experience. By after practice, by continuously being in association of those things, we are acquiring the taste. Like for example, you might think, nahi, aisa nahi hai, I actually like enjoying, but that is acquiring. If let's say I say you cigarette, how many of, no, the example, but someone who has taken for the first time, right, will he say, arey, kya hai? No, he will always cough and say, kya hai? And will say like that, correct? But after 5, 6 puffs or whatever, he will say, arey, kya hai ye? So that is acquired taste. But Krishna consciousness is an awakened taste. A person who has been suffering. But once he gets understanding that Krishna is supreme personality, Krishna is my everything, and then that awakened taste when he completely get attached to Krishna. Sometimes you would have seen some people, when they come first time to the temple, for them practicing Krishna consciousness is very natural. But for some people it's like hitting the wall in the head. It's just so hard. That's awakened taste. So spiritual life is always awakened, but the material life is acquired. And that's why scriptures actually come for realizing, so that we can realize this thing. That's why we're really fortunate that we have to imagine. See, we don't have association of Srila Prabhupada, who was the founder of ISKCON and such a Mahabhagavad, right? But we have his writings. Agar imagine books bhi nahi hote, tabe ki hoto. What would have happened if books also weren't there? Once there is a story that Nanda Kumar, one devotee was sharing this story. Nand Kumar actually came to the he was just entered the room and Sri Prabhupada was sitting there and he was reading Krishna book. We are right now reading Krishna book, some of us. So he was reading Krishna book and Sri Prabhupada just got so excited reading the Krishna book. And Nand Kumar Prabhu, the one devotee, his disciple was thinking, but इन्होंने ही लिखा है. He is the one who wrote that Krishna book, although it is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam, but he wrote that book, Krishna book, that we all are reading right now. Some of us are reading right now. So then Sri Prabhupada said that Nand Kumar was little astonished at seeing the excitement of Sri Prabhupada. And then Sri Prabhupada said that whatever I am writing is actually written by Krishna. I am just an instrument. Because when great devotees write, empowered devotees write or speak, it's actually coming from Krishna. They are just an instrument. Krishna is just using them to speak or to write. We see this in the story of Sanatana Goswami. We are going to read a book today from Sanatana Goswami. If I'm punctual with my time, let's see. Right now, not even started. So Sanatana Goswami, he got some disease once, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was trying to embrace him, and he was feeling very out of humility. He felt that, oh, I'm such a fallen soul, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is embracing me. Some of us will not be able to connect with this story, but actually I forgot. What was the context? Why was I telling this story? Okay, that's fine. If I forgot. Sorry, you were saying. Okay, so it was about, Krishna. We are just an instrument of Krishna. This was the reason, yes. So remember this. If I forget, I can remind. So Sanatana Goswami, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was embracing him, he felt very bad because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, who has come 500 years back just to give Krishna consciousness to everyone. So Sanatana Goswami, because he was a great devotee of the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him. And he was feeling very bad that, my body is full of sores, and he had a disease by which convulsive pus was coming out of his. Imagine, nobody will like to embrace, right? So, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being Krishna himself, he embraced him. He was feeling so bad. He said that I rather commit suicide. Like that he felt. And then there are 3 ways. Don't try this at home. But bona fide way of committing suicide. Don't try this at home. There are 3 ways. The bona fide way of committing suicide. One is, I don't know what is happening to my head. From jumping from the Govardhan hill. That is first way. Do not try this at home. Just FIR. Tidbit. Second is jumping in the Triveni Sangam. And third is coming under the cart of Jagannath Rath Yatra. So that time Sanatana Goswami was in Puri and Jagannath Rath Yatra was going on. So he decided I will come under the Rath Yatra. And it's heavy Raths. Not like here, we are a little smaller, but there we have like heavy Raths are there. So Sanatana Goswami was about to just give up his life. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him and he was feeling very, very human, like, such a great personality is embracing him. He was feeling very bad. And then as soon as he was about to give up his life, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then pulled him back. And he said, you have no right to give up your life because this body is mine. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, this body is mine. Why? Because every body is Krishna's. Right? Krishna is the whole sole proprietor. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that lot of task has to be done through you. That I want it to be done. So you just don't do all this nonsense. Soon I will tell you what you are supposed to do. And then he wrote many books. One of the book was Bhagavad Gita, which will come to today. Very amazing stories in that. So basically what I was trying to say is that when great devotees speak, they are actually speaking, actually Krishna is speaking. So these scriptures are a gift to the human world, entire human life, human race. Doesn't matter. This gift. Whenever I lose my voice, suddenly I think that 6 months wala to nahi ho raha. 6 months I had no voice. So now Krishna came back. So that's why we should have a lot of gratitude when we are getting these scriptures to read. It's a gift by Srila Prabhupada and by Krishna. Okay, so now we'll start our class. We'll go to Veda base. We are on 13th chapter, and in that we will we'll basically read the 20th verse, but we will just go through this 18th and 19th verse before, and then we'll read the 20th verse, which will be the main verse today. We have already discussed many times. Krishna in this section is discussing about Gneya, object of knowledge, who is super soul. So Krishna is giving various understanding of the super soul. So we quickly read the 18th and 19th verse, and then we'll go to the 20th verse where the new section will start. Okay. So who read till now? Mataji, you will read. Yeah, you can read. 18, 19 you can read, then someone else will start with 20th verse. Okay. Yeah, or from the book. Yeah, you are able to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, 18th.
He is the source of light.
Who is the source of light? Krishna. Yes.
He is the source of light in all luminous objects. He is beyond the darkness of matter and is unmanifested. He is knowledge. He is the object of knowledge, and he is the goal of knowledge. He is situated in everyone's heart. Text 19. Thus the field of activities, the body, knowledge, and the knowable have been summarily described by me. Only my devotees can understand this thoroughly and thus attain to my nature.
So what is field of activity? What is field of activity? Kshetra. Kshetra is that right now we have human body, correct? Based on the human body, we are able to move around, right? So like that, there are a lot of different bodies. Amoeba, we can get any kind of body. Amoeba, plant, right? Any kind of body, shape or dog. I remember long back, I think last year, Nitadini, my family and myself and my sister's family, we all went to San Diego. And we went to, I've told this story before. We went to a museum. And when we reached the museum, especially Gita Priya, obviously. Gita Priya and Kishori, my daughter, they both got amused seeing the museum. Basically, seeing various animals. You remember? Animals like weird looking fishes and all were there. And they all got like amazed seeing that all that fishes and everything. Kishori was doing wow. Like this, she was seeing everything. And then I was also looking at all that. And then I told Kishori, next life we can get this kind of body if we don't chant Hare Krishna. Because we don't know what is the next life. Do you remember, Mataji? We don't know what is the next life. And then Kishori said, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Right? It is very nice to see all that. Right? It is nice to see. But we don't want to be that, someone is coming and looking at us and we are also looking at them. Right? So that is a field of activity. Field of the body, kind of body. So we can get different kinds of body. There are 8.6 million different species. And we can get any kind of body. So in the highest form of body is actually the human body. And if we have got this and we're not utilizing it, it's like we have got a Mercedes, but we are using like a tractor. It's like that. We have got a Mercedes, but using like a tractor. Stupidly banned there. So similarly, the human form of life is God, is actually there for understanding the higher truth. Sri Prabhupada writes in one of the purport, he says that eating, mating, sleeping and defending, all these are already done by animals. They know the code. Why are we wasting time on that? We should know the higher truths. We should know Atharva Brahmajika. We should understand who am I, who is the Lord. Like that. So this is the verse now we'll enter. This talks about now Prakriti and Purusha. Prakriti and Purusha. Purusha is Krishna and Prakriti is this entire material nature. We'll discuss that. You can repeat after me. We have 30 minutes. Okay. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidyanadi Yubhavapi Vikaramscha Gunamschaiva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidyanadi Yubhavapi Vikaramscha Gunamschaiva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. Translation.
Material nature and living entities should be understood to be within this. Their transformations and their modes of matter are products of material nature.
Yeah. So, the transformation modes of matter are products of material nature. What it means is, see, when we imagine you are watching a movie, right? The way you are interacting with the movie, certain kind of transformations will happen in your body. For example, when you are watching a very horror movie, then perspiration will come, right? When you are watching a comedy movie, Govinda movie, then you will laugh, right? And when you are watching some all kinds of emotions, yeah, crying, let's say, There's Suraj Barsati as a movie. Sorry, I know only those days. Before, pre-2014. After that, I sort of stopped watching. So Suraj Barsati ki koi movie ho, then you will start crying, right? So but what is happening? The more, as imagine now that movie stopped, will you start still having that kind of emotions? No. Now you will eat the popcorn and go back home and say, "Kya movie thi?" Bas. Right? That transformations in your body that is happening has stopped. But that till the time you are interacting with your material nature, transformations are happening. So same thing is that. The way you are interacting with the material nature, transformations are happening. So same thing is that. Okay. Purport. Who is reading? Purport.
By the knowledge given in this chapter, one can understand the body of the field, the
Body, which is the field of activity. Kshetra. Body is known as Kshetra. Right? Kshetra is a field of activity. See, field of activity, think of it like field. In field, you grow different crops. Correct? Based on different field, different crops are made. So only based on different field, the body, one does different activities. Correct? So field of activity. If you are a lion, then you will go for meat eating. Correct? Or animals will directly. If you are human, then you will do certain things like that. So based on your field, you will do certain things.
and
Good.
the nerves of the body, both the individual soul and the super.
There are two kinds of nerves. One is Jiva and Paramatma. Right? Jiva and Paramatma. We'll read this section. How the Paramatma is continuously waiting for us. That when this guy is looking at everything, but when will he look at me? When we look at me. So Jiva is the one who is doing things. And Super Soul is the one who is permitting things. Jiva is saying, I want this. Krishna says, that's Super Soul. Take it. Who is permitting? Right? But Super Soul also waiting for Jiva. Ki kab ye, in all this, he's busy looking at everything, but he's not looking even at once to me. When will he do? When will he do? Like that.
The body is the field of activity and is composed of material nature. The individual soul that is embodied and
So this field of activity is created how? By material nature. How? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. This entire body is created by earth, water, fire, air, ether. So same the material nature is also earth, water, fire, air. So this body is nothing but a composition of different elements. Right?
and enjoying the activities of the body is the Purusha or the living entity. He is one knower and the other is super soul. Of course, it is to be understood that both the super soul and the individual entity are different manifestations of the supreme personality of God. The living entity is in the category of his energy and the super soul is in the category of his personal expansion.
So living entity are in Tasasya Shakti. We'll discuss that if we get time. And the super soul are his Antaranga Shakti. Or he himself, he's in himself, but other energies, which are Yogamaya and all, they are Antaranga Shaktis. Anyways, we'll discuss if we get time. It's a little more technical.
Both
So-
material nature.
No much, you can skip this. You can read from here. From here.
Similarly, the living entities are also in him, and because they are conditioned, they are averse to serving the Supreme Lord.
Right? They're averse. Why? Because they are busy in all different things. And they are thinking this is only life. I just want to enjoy this. Right? But in this, what they are getting is only more and more struggle. But they're not realizing this. Right? It's anyways, we'll go ahead.
Thus, they are not allowed to enter into the spiritual sky. But with the coming forth of material nature, these living entities are again given a chance to act in the material world and prepare themselves to enter into the spiritual world.
Right? So Krishna is again giving a chance. Again giving a chance by sending his devotees, by sending his scriptures, so that the living entity understands that he has to go back home, back to Godhead.
That is the mystery of the material creation. Actually, the living entities originate a spiritual part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, but due to his rebellious nature, he is conditioned within the material nature. It really does not matter how these living entities or superior entities of the Supreme Lord have come in contact with material nature.
Right? It's like sometimes people ask, but why did I come into this material world? It's like if you are bitten by the mosquito, you want to find out who is that mosquito who has bit me. No, first you will try to resolve how will I get cured. That is the first question. Right? The same thing here is how we have come, that is not important. How to go back, that is more important. Like that.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead knows, however, how and why this actually took place. In the scripture, the Lord says that those attracted by this material nature are undergoing a hard struggle for existence. But we should know it is with certainty from the description of these few persons that all transformations and influences of material nature by the three modes are also productions of material nature. All transformations in variety in respect to living entities are due to the body. As far as the spirit is concerned, living entities are all the same.
So this says that Krishna is again giving us opportunity by which we can come to him. And it is so true. If we see, we meet so many different kinds of people, but when we meet devotee, they invite to our temple, and then we start going to the temple. And slowly, the Krishna consciousness, which is right now in a subdued state, start to awaken. The Bhakti beach starts to come out. And that comes when we are associated with devotees and when scriptures, when we read some scriptures. And when we also understand, when we are frustrated by the material nature, we realize that no, we are trying to get happiness from this material nature, but actually what it is going to give me is more and more suffering. That is the nature of the material. It's supposed to give you dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Why? Because otherwise we will think like ये ससुराल अच्छा है. Right? We might think like that. इधर ही रह जाते हैं. That is why this material world is created in such a way. But Krishna is again waiting for us. And when this person will come back to me, when this person will come. It's a beautiful story. This is what I wanted to read today. When I was reading this purport, I got reminded of this pastime of Gopakumar. There is a book by whom? Sanatan Goswami. How many of you have heard about Rupa Goswami? 2 weeks back I was discussing about him, right? Jiva Goswami. Who is the second highest person who has written the most number of verses? Second highest, कौन है? Jiva Goswami. Number 1 पे कौन है? Gold medal? Yes. Sorry. We should not rank devotees like this. But just to understand that what kind of family, Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, these are all in the same family. So imagine kya level, right? So this story talks about a person called Gopakumar. And Gopakumar was on earthly land, but somehow he got a mantra. It's a 16-syllable mantra, which is Gopi Jana Vallabhai Swaha, something like that the mantra was. And through that mantra, he was slowly reaching to Indralok. First he reached, then he met the sages from Maharlok, then he reached Maharlok, then he reached Brahmalok. From there he reached Brahman. Then Lord Shiva over there said that you can go to the next destination. And then he about to reach the doors of Vaikuntha. Right? Doors of Vaikuntha he was about to reach. And we are reading now that section. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll only read the translation. We don't have so much time. So we'll read the translation. It's around 50 verses, but just do the translation. This is describing when Gopakumar reached Vaikuntha. What happened? See, that's why 2 weeks back I was saying that the scriptures, the Vedic scriptures are so detailed. Right? Most of the scriptures will not even talk about what happens when you reach in the spiritual world. Right? They don't even know what is the spiritual world. They will just say when everything will get over, then you will come to know. But Vedic scripture is such that everything is described in detail. Everything is described in detail. So this is a pastime where Gopakumar is reaching on the shore, on the doors of Vaikuntha is reaching. And now we will see what happened. And that is not the end. After that he goes more further. That we'll see if we have time. But now what you are going to discuss is only the Vaikuntha part. And how Krishna is eagerly waiting for us. Krishna is eagerly waiting for us. Actually, let me show you one. Sorry, before that, I just want to show you one verse in which this Srila Prabhupada is mentioning this. This is a purport of Srimad Bhagavatam 1-17. We'll go only to the second paragraph in the purport I was reading recently. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So we'll read this. Everybody is there, no? You are able to see the screen? You are able to see the screen? Okay. I'll read it. The Lord is reciprocally respondent to his devotees. When he sees that a devotee is completely sincere in getting admittance to the transcendental service of the Lord and has thus become eager to hear about him, the Lord acts from within the devotee in such a way that the devotee may easily go back to him. So, who is acting? The Lord is acting. Right? Lord is acting within his heart as Paramatma. Right? The Lord is more anxious to take us back into his kingdom than we can desire. We don't have that much desire. How much? Krishna has. We will see in this pastime. Most of us do not desire at all to go back to Godhead. Right? But Srila Prabhupada says again, finish the business. That's why the topic was today. Let's finish the business. Whatever business we have, let's finish it and start slowly meditating or build up with the conviction that in this lifetime we want to go back to God. Somehow or the other, we want to go back this lifetime only. How? That we have to see. By scriptures, by chanting the holiness of the Lord. Every day 2 hours. Imagine Krishna has given us life after life after life, given us a chance. One life we can give to Krishna. It's like gambling. We gamble every day something or the other. So Srila Prabhupada says, one day you can gamble. At least one life you can gamble for Krishna. At this life I will give for Krishna. Let's see. So like that. Most of us do not desire at all to go back to Godhead. Only very few men want to go back home, back to Godhead. Right? But anyone who desires to go back to Godhead, Shri Krishna helps in all respects. And we'll see in this. In this case, what happens is Gopakumar finds a guru, and that guru gives him the mantra, and slowly from that mantra, he is reaching the doors of Vaikuntha. So we'll see that. Okay. It might be some part will be a little terse to understand, but it's very sweet. It's very sweet. So, Muhu aur Rasika Bhovik Bhavaka. Devotees find pleasure when they read the scriptures. They find pleasure when they read the scriptures. Okay, so we will start. Arshi will start from here. Maybe 5 verses we can read, and a lot of spaces is here. You can feel free to occupy the space.
As I watched those persons come and go,
Who are these persons? You know? Huh? Yeah. Who said? Yeah, they are the doorkeepers. They are servants of the Lord. Right? Everyone is a servant of the Lord in Vaikuntha. So they are seeing persons come and go like that.
I thought, what kind of Lord must it be who has such servants?
Servants, see, like they are having sarupya form. There are 5 kind of liberation, mukti. We have only one moksha we say, right? But there are 5 kind of muktis. Salokya, Sarupya, Sarshti, Samipya, and like that there are 5. So one of the thing is Sarupya. Sarupya means having the same form as the Lord. So in Vaikuntha, everyone has the same form as the Lord. So imagine they are all like, effulgent. So अभी imagine अगर कोई servant ही अमिताभ बच्चन जैसा हो तो लोग बोले तो मालिक कैसा होगा, ऐसा. So like servants is only effulgent and 4-armed, and they are like Shankha Chakra Gada, everything is there in the servants only. So he's thinking, so how will be the Lord? He's about to enter Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. He's about to enter. Imagine the anxiety he will have, the curiosity he will have, right? Just about to enter. Like when imagine you're entering, I cannot create an analogy at this material world. But anyway, if you can think of something. Okay, we'll go ahead.
Thus I thrilled with delight as I waited in the gateway to Vaikuntha. I excitedly stood up and sat down, till the associates of the Lord returned, rushing back, and escorted me inside. The amazing things I then saw, more wonderful than wonderful, even the 1,000-headed Ananta Sesa would be unable to describe, even in a lifetime of Brahma.
So you're saying, what all I am seeing, even Ananta Shesh, if he tries to describe, he'll not be able to complete in his lifetime. It's so much to describe. Spiritual world is so big and so much variety is there. Right?
I arrived at several more gates, one after another, and at each I was met by similar doorkeepers who allowed me to enter only after announcing my arrival to their immediate superiors. As I entered each gate, I saw the guards offer obeisances to the local superintendent, so I assumed that he was the Lord of universe. Overwhelmed with reverence, just as before, I repeatedly bowed down and recited prayers. Finally, the Supreme Lord's compassionate men who were guiding me told me the special signs by which to recognize the Lord. They also taught me what prayers to recite and what etiquette to observe.
So all the doorkeepers and all the servants, they are teaching how to approach the Lord. Now see what I said, Sarupya. They are all having same form as the Lord. So how to distinguish? Right? How to distinguish now? So they are saying, see, all this is mentioned in the scriptures, that if you have same form as the Lord, Sarupya Mukti, then how to distinguish the Lord? So much detail is there in the scriptures, but we don't have time. No time. Right? Okay, someone else can read. Harinima, you want to read? Oh, you read, Arpita? No, maybe you can read, then she can read. You also want to come here? एक एक करके सब यहाँ आ जाओ. We have only 20 minutes. If I don't cover before that, then next class she will not allow me. So you have to.
From the commentary, right?
नहीं. We are just reading translation. उतना no time.
I passed rapidly through many places, wonderfully splendid, with all kinds of houses and gates, and then I entered the most excellent transcendental neighborhood. There I came to one palace at whose feet many others stood in attendance, a palace distinct, overflowing in greatness, where excellence
Seemed to reach.
seemed to reach its highest limit, radiant like millions of suns and moons. It captured my mind and my eyes.
Right? See, you're think about it. I mean, you are when you're reaching, right? How much curiosity, anxiety, overwhelming it will be, right? When you're reaching the doors of Vaikuntha, right? Within that palace,
Within that palace, I saw before me at a distance the Lord of Vaikuntha. He sat at leisure on the best of royal thrones, a golden throne shimmering with glowing jewels on a soft, attractive, shining pillow. The soft, handsome posture on which he leaned his left elbow and upper arm appeared like the full moon cleansed of its spots. He was the presiding lord of fresh youth.
I can read this one. We will just, since you are I just continue. The brilliant effulgence of his sweet, attractive limbs defeated the splendor of new rain clouds. That effulgence lent further grace to the garlands, cosmetics, and garments already graced by jewelry made of gold bedecked with gems. अभी तक आया नहीं ना क्या difference था? Yeah, I will come. His four shining arms, long and well built, enhanced the beauty of his bangles and armlets. Two yellow silk garments dressed his body, and charming earrings set off his rounded cheeks. On his broad chest, this is the difference. What is the difference in Lord Vishnu and all other servants of the Lord? What is the difference? On his broad chest was the Kaustuba jewel. This is the difference. This is the difference between Lord Vishnu and all other doorkeepers or all other servants of the Lord. So if you reach Vaikuntha, how will we recognize this by Kaustuba jewel on the chest of Lord Vishnu? Right? And that's why Shagavad is again and again saying spiritual world is so nice. Let's finish our business. Let's finish our business. On his broad chest was the Kaustuba jewel, on his conch shell neck a string of pearls, and on the moon-like face a nectarian smile. His lotus eyes were joyful with incomparable glances. The great compassion he felt made his beautiful eyebrows dance. He was feeling compassion when he saw this personality. Rama, his ideally matching consort, standing by his left side, reverently offered him excellent pan to chew, which he accepted. The color of that pan made his bimba fruit lips even more attractive, and their luster reflected on his teeth. 2 rows of spotless kunda flowers, illuminated by the glow of those flowers, his playful smile shone splendidly. A variety of amusing words stole away the hearts of his devotees. So he was also joking. He's very personal. Okay, we'll go a little bit ahead because of the lack of time. We'll go here. Servants stood all around him, worshipping him with great respect. Their appearance like his, their hands beautified by their transcendental items, they held for his service like sleepers and chamara. Sri Narada's dancing and his expert singing and Veena playing created such clever entertainment that the Lord and his 2 consorts, Rama and Dharani, sometimes laughed out of loud. To add to the special ecstasy of his devotees, whose hearts were fixed only on him, from time to time the Lord extended both his lotus feet as a way of offering himself. In this way, he extended his splendor. So this is all describing about Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha. By the great ecstasy of seeing the Lord, I forgot what the attendants of the Lord had instructed me. I cried out again, "Oh Gopal, my life and soul." So as soon as Gopakumar saw Lord Vishnu, he cried out, "Oh Gopal." But then all the attendants told, "Hey, aise nahi bolne ka. He is Lord Vishnu." Right? Because in Vaikuntha, the highest rasa, the predominant rasa is Dasya ras, where you are a servant of the Lord. Like that. In Golok Vrindavan, it is other rasas are there, Sakya ras and all that. So here it's only specifically is Dasya ras. So they were all saying, hey Gopal, aise nahi bolne ka. We should offer prayers, Purusha Sukta prayers, like that. So the attendants are telling him like that. So, go ahead. With some effort, those attendants lifted me up. He was like seeing Lord Vishnu completely like, he was in awe and reverence, and at the same time, he was overwhelmed. Everything was coming. So with some effort, those attendants lift me up. And after some time, I regained consciousness. I wiped away with my hands the flood of tears that blocked my sight. And with difficulty, I finally opened my eyes. So see, this guy is crying, seeing Lord Vishnu. We cry, seeing Suraj Barjatya movies. So see the contrast. Right? See the contrast. Then I heard the Lord, that best of merciful persons. This is the best part. This was the reason I read this part. Okay, Krishna is actually waiting for us. Tell me in a deep, gentle voice, please come back to your senses, dear boy. Come here quickly. Lord Vishnu is saying to Gopakumar, that please come back to your senses, dear boy, come here quickly. Right? And then he's saying, I then felt the highest limit of joy. I danced all around, as if seized by madness and stumbled about. But with great endeavor, the Lord's servants calmed me down, and at last I awakened from that trance. The Supreme Lord said, welcome, welcome, my dear boy. I am fortunate. Who is saying this? I am fortunate? Lord Vishnu is saying it. See, we are supposed to say that I am fortunate to reach. Lord Vishnu is saying that I am fortunate that you have reached here. Krishna is waiting for us. But we are so busy. That we have not. When I am saying this, I am telling about myself also. By reading this, hopefully I also come to my senses. Right? But this is Brihad Bhagavatam by Sanatana Goswami. He is saying, welcome, welcome, my dear boy. I am fortunate, most fortunate. He is saying, not just fortunate, I am most fortunate to meet you here. For so long, I have been eager to see you. Lord Vishnu is saying to Gopakumar, I was eager to see you. Right? It's like, analogy that I can give, again, pre-2014. Like, Shah Rukh Khan was seeing Kajol, and then finally says, Palat. And, then he turns. Like that, like that. So Krishna is waiting for, I was saying Kajol, no, sorry. Krishna is waiting for Gopakumar, that, when will he turn? When will he turn and see me? But he's so busy seeing the entire world. So Lord Vishnu is saying, for so long, I was eager to see you. I was eager to see you. My dear Lord, you have passed many lifetimes without paying any attention to me at all. Because you were busy with other things. And then Vishnu is saying, you were busy with so many things, but you never paid me attention. Right? For so long, hope had me dancing like a fool, thinking perhaps in this lifetime, or maybe this lifetime, or maybe this, he will finally turn his face towards me. Right? But I could find no pretext on which to bring you to my abode, oh brother, and still follow the timeless laws that I myself have created. Right? But I don't want to forcibly bring you here. It should be by will. Right? By will. You showed me no mercy, and as I considered this, I grew impatient, full of anxiety to receive your favor. So I transgressed my eternal conduct. So transgress means now he's going against his code of conduct, and arranged for you to take your current birth. Dear boy, in that divine district of Govardhan, my most beloved abode, I myself became your Guru, known by the name Jayanta. So Krishna's greatest gift, apart from scriptures, is his devotees. It is said that Sakshat Dharitvena Samasta Shastra, that Guru is a representative of Krishna. So Guru comes into this world to deliver us, to take us back home, back to Godhead, to Vaikuntha, like that. So in this case, Krishna is saying that I myself came as Guru to take you back home, back to Godhead, like that. We'll skip the commentary. Today, you have at last fulfilled the desire I have harbored for so long. Please nourish your happiness and mine by staying here forever. Sri Gopakumar said, maddened by drinking the beverage of Supreme Lord's words, so intoxicating, I was unable to offer him praise or to understand or to anything. I mean, imagine, Lord is saying like that, what? I mean, you will become speechless. You couldn't understand what to speak. So that was the situation of Gopakumar. Right? And right now we directly jumped in Vaikuntha. When you start reading from the Govardhan itself, actually goosebumps comes when you start reading that. Now he's reaching the Vaikuntha. It's like climax time. But this is just picture bhi baki mere dost, like that, we'll come more. So just in front of us appeared a number of flute players dressed as cowherds like me. I'll skip this part. In various styles, as I played this very dear flute of mine, born on Govardhan Hill, and in this way I satisfied the ocean of all skillful arts, the reservoir of all mercy, Sri Madhav, along with his associates. When the time came, everyone on the request of Lakshmi Devi started to leave, but I didn't want to go. The devotees had to persuade me to let them escort me outside. So like that, he was in Vaikuntha. And then later on what happens is, we will not read because of 10 minutes only remaining. Then later on what happens, after some time, Gopakumar again starts feeling sad. And he was confused that I'm in Vaikuntha. Kunta means where there is no anxiety. Kunta means anxiety and Vaikuntha means no anxiety. He's thinking, why am I feeling sorrow? And then Narad Muni appears. And then Narad Muni gives him 32 syllable mantra. And do you know what is that 32 syllable mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then Narad Muni tells him, now whatever you was chanting, 16 syllable mantra, from that now you start chanting this 32 syllables mantra, and then you will reach to your final destination. And then he reaches Goloka Vrindavan. There's another part which is in third part here. Will not read, don't worry. So because of lack of time. And there it is explained that when Krishna sees him, then he tells him his eternal Swarupa and all that. But just by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he reaches the Goloka Vrindavan. And it was given by whom? By his Guru, next Guru, which is Narad Muni. So we see that more than we ourselves want to reach, actually Krishna is waiting for us, that when this person will turn. Otherwise Krishna is just like a rose, he's thinking, he loves me not. Like that Krishna is also thinking, when will he come, when will he come. But when we start reading these scriptures, when we start associating with devotees, when we start associating with Mahabhagavats, then that love that they have in their heart, we can also start tasting that love just by being in association with the devotees. You can ask Mataji, when we were in Govardhan, when we were just reading, it was a reading, but you want to say? Marathon. It was a reading marathon, right? And for entire 20 days we were reading, and just reading with Vaishnav Prabhu, so much realizations. You start getting that feeling that I also want to taste that rasa. Otherwise, because we start to understand that whatever rasa we are getting in this material world is feeble, it is not ultimate. But when we get ultimate rasa, then ultimate love of Krishna. We have only 10 minutes. I'll tell you one story and then we'll end the class. Final story. How is this? Did you like this, what we read today? It was good? Okay. I'll read one last, we'll just talk about one last story about who is the ultimate love that we should associate with. So there's a story about Bhartari. How many of you have heard this story? Bhartari and Pingala? No one? You have heard it. I heard this for 2 years back somehow. When I was reading this, it came to my head. So Bhartari was a great king, and he wrote 3 Shatakams. First Shatakam he wrote was Niti Shatakam. He was a great king. So how to live this life in this world, with smartness and all that. So he wrote 100 verses about logic. So he wrote Niti Shatakam. Second he wrote was Shringar Shatakam. Shatakam means 100 verses. Shringar Shatakam. And third he wrote was Vairagya Shatakam. Vairagya means detachment, separation. Vairagya Shatakam. So all these 3 are like, so contrast. So we'll see how he came to write these 3 Shatakams. So, anyways, they're not able to see. I was thinking, ऐसे किया तो देखेंगे नहीं, ऐसे भी दिख नहीं रहे. So, anyways, so when he was a king, Bhartari, he wrote this Shatakam, first Shatakam, which is Niti Shatakam. And after that, he got married, and he had a lot of love for his wife. His wife's name was Pingala. And he was falling more and more in love with this Pingala. And in her honor, he wrote the next set of Shatakams, which was Shringar Shatakam. So like that, one day he was just ruling the kingdom and everything. Suddenly a sage came to the kingdom and he said that I want to give something to the king. What was the name of the king? Bhartari. So then the attendants took him inside and said, what you have to give to the king? He said, I want to give this apple. This apple I have to give. So this king said, kya apple abhi? Safe koi deta hai kya? Like that. It was not like an iPad apple. It was apple only. At least ye to kya mehenga hai. So the king said, arey apple. So he said, it's not an ordinary apple. It's an apple of immortality. If you eat this apple, you will become immortal. So this king thought, arey, apple of immortality. I will eat this apple. And then he was thinking that what will I do by eating this apple? Rather I give to a person whom I love the most. Like this, I will able to express my love also. And what is the point of me living if the person who I love the most, if she is only not there? So he gave the apple to Pingala. And Pingala saw that apple. He said, "अरे ये क्या दिया कोई? You are the king. कुछ हीरे मोती कुछ लेकर आते." "अरे ये कोई, this is not an ordinary apple. This is an apple of immortality. It's an apple of immortality." Then she also became very amazed that this king has given me this apple. And then this queen also was thinking that what will I do of this apple if I am only not there, right? So she thought, I will also give this apple to the person whom I love the most. And she loved the charioteer who she used to go with to jungles whenever she wants to see animals or plant something. So this lady, this queen Pingala, she gave this apple to the charioteer. And charioteer was thinking, "अरे ये मेरे पे ये क्या हो रहा है?" Then the charioteer also was thinking that this apple that I've got, what will I do of this apple? Rather I give to a person whom I love the most. So then this person gave to the person, to a girl who was a housemaid in that same kingdom. The housemaid thought, "Hey, this is an apple of immortality." And then the housemaid was thinking, I'm cutting short because I'm also at one eye is on the time. So then the housemaid was thinking, what will I do of this apple? I rather express my love, that love which was deep in my heart, which I couldn't express. And with this apple of immortality, now I can express my love to the person who was out of my league. You know who was that person? Bhartari. So he went to the gate of Bhartari and he said, I want to meet the king, I want to give something. He said, "Arey," the doorkeeper was saying, "What will you give to the king?" He said, "No, you have no clue. I have something very, very special." Then she reaches to the near the throne of the king, and the king says, "What do you have to give me?" She said, "This is the apple." "You don't know what is this apple?" She said, No, I know. The king said, "I know this apple. I've seen this apple." She said, "I always loved you, but I couldn't express my love. And today I want to express my love by giving this apple of immortality to you." And then the king understood that this apple I had given to the person whom I loved the most, and that person gave it to someone else, and then that person gave it to this housemaid, and this person gave it to me. And then she understood that whatever love that we have in this world is very temporary, and actually it has cheating propensity. But the highest love is the love of Krishna. And then he wrote, which Shatakam? Vairagya. Then he wrote Vairagya Shatakam. So like that, the best thing that we have got in this world is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Every day we can take out some time to give some time to Krishna by chanting. Kirtan means comes from the word Kirti. Kirti means to glorify. We can spend some time in glorifying Krishna. We can spend some time in reading about this scripture, such amazing scripture. Imagine you go through any other scripture, you will not find so much details. Now when you go to the third part, you will see how the Golok Vrindavan is, how the Mathura is in detail, in spiritual world. That is what we have got. That's the gift that we have got in this world. And that gift is by Krishna. We started our class with that, right? Krishna is merciful by sending these scriptures to us. And having a guru in our life. We need to have a guru in our life who can give us a mantra, in our case, Hare Krishna mantra, and then take us back to God. Because the guru helps us to be empowered. And just by associating with this guru, by hearing from him, slowly the love in our heart also awakens. It is an awakened taste, and not a which taste? Acquired taste. It is not an acquired taste. It's an awakened taste. I wanted to show you one more, but anyways, when I read that, I was like, wow, it's from Jaiva Dharma, but we don't have time. We'll stop here. I hope today's session was useful. Please take out time every day and give importance to spiritual life also. Material life will come and go. Next life again there will be some other body. But spiritual life is eternal. And wherever you stop, next life, even if you have to take the next life, Arjuna asked the same question. Krishna says you will start from there. It's not like you have to start again A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, M, A, T, mad. No. You will start from the place that you have stopped. So today what we'll do is we will quickly read. I want to do this as a everyday habit, every week habit. We used to do this, but we somehow didn't get the time and we stopped it. But we wanted to start again. So this is Vaishnava etiquette manual. As a Vaishnava, what are certain things that we should be careful of? So many of the things we have already read, but we'll just read one small thing, then we will start our, we'll end our class. Shalom. We'll talk about cooking today, since we have already read many of those things. So kitchen, how we should try to do the best when we are trying to cook for the Lord. Okay, we'll read that, and then after that, one more request I have, that after on Saturday I have to share what we are doing to the board of this ISKCON of Silicon Valley. So basically, I have to present some slides, and one slide at the end of the slide we want to show all of us together with just Hare Krishna, like that, something. So, or just like this, whatever you want to do. It's impromptu, but we will do a one group photo. Okay. So before that, let's read this small section. It's not big. But we'll do it. Anyways, Manjari will not say next week. We will not have that because it's a special class. So she will have only. So, but after that, I have to be careful. Anyways, so we'll read this last section, kitchen, and then we will end. Who is reading? Someone can read. Maybe Siddhartha, you can read, and then we'll end.
The kitchen is an extension of the altar because whatever is cooked there will be offered to the deities. So whatever one is doing in the kitchen should be done with care and attention for the deities.
This is about cooking, okay? What things we should be careful of?
Where the deities are formally installed, as in the temple, standards expected are quite high and strict. In comparison, some degree of concession may be offered in respect of household deities, where it is not possible to maintain the same standard. For example, it is a rule that one should not eat in the kitchen or in front of the deity.
Yeah, that is the reason, right? We close the curtains when we are all having prasadam. We close the curtains. That is one of the reasons. In kitchen also we should try to avoid eating. Sometimes people, you see that sometimes there are some cooks who show in the YouTube, they'll cook half and they'll say, oh, acha lag raha, kya sugandh aa rahi, right? This is all actually demonic tendencies. We should always offer first to the Lord. We should not taste. And later on, we should take it as a remnants. Remnants means uchishta. Whatever is remaining, we should eat. We should first offer to the Lord. We should not बीच में झूठा नहीं करने का, ऐसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं. So I mean, see, some of these things you say, अरे कितना tough है ये वो, but it's a form of life, way of life. Slowly we will get accustomed to it like that. Should try our best. But
however, in many homes, the altar, kitchen, and dining table are all in one room. So it may not be possible to follow the above rules. Householders, however, should keep the ideal standard in mind and try to come as close as it is possible in their particular situation. One should always remember that one is cooking for Krishna. The more careful one is in regard to these small rules, the more one can become conscious that one is not cooking for oneself but for Lord Krishna himself.
This is important to understand. We're not cooking for ourselves, should cook for Lord Krishna. That's why automatically onion, garlic, or whatever it is, we'll try to avoid. Why? Because we are cooking for Krishna. You see any Vaishnava temple you go to Tirupati and all, they will not serve onion, garlic. So it is just that this has started coming from because of Mughals more. Anyway, we'll not get into that, but anyway, we'll go on.
Only clean, uncontaminated clothes must be worn in the kitchen. Clothes that have been used outside or in the bathroom cannot be used. Fingernails should be clean and clipped. Hands must be washed upon entering the kitchen before beginning cooking. In the temple, bath must be taken before cooking. At home, it is preferable to do so.
In temple, obviously the standard is very high. In home, we can try to do the best we can. It's not like, hard and fast, it's not like that. It's like we try to do our best. We see what we can do like that.
One should not put anything in one's mouth in the kitchen. One should not rinse one's mouth in the kitchen sink. In particular, one should not taste or smell a preparation to test it.
And this is not to judge. Like, if someone is eating in the kitchen, you say, hey, it's for our own purification. We should see what we can improve, not to judge others. Because everyone has their own limitation. Then sometimes I with Kishori, these things happen. Should try our best, whatever you can, like that.
Where possible, there should be no eating or drinking in the kitchen area. If this is unavoidable, the curtain in front of the deities must be drawn. The vessels in which bhoga is cooked for the deities in particular, and the plates and the cups in which bhoga is offered, should be kept and washed separately from the plates, cups, and glasses in which the family devotees eat or drink.
So the plate should be kept separate for the deities. ऐसा नहीं कि जिस खाने में खा रहे हैं that only we are offering. Right? We should try. Again, I'm saying it's not like, yeah.
If one has an infectious disease, one should not work in the kitchen area, as one may contaminate the bhoga and the vessels.
That's why if you see in our kitchen, we have two compartments. On the left hand side, it's all the common vessels which are used for cooking and deities vessels. On the right side is all those which are for eating that we use, plates and all like that. So we try our best, whatever we can.
If one touches the floor or the dustbin or the lower part of one's body, one should wash one's hands. There should be no unnecessary talking in the kitchen. The cooking platform, stove, sink, etc. should be cleaned up before and after
Yeah,
cooking.
thank you. I can read the rest. And this is important. When you end the day, at least end the day, your kitchen should be clean, because kitchen is considered as Radharani's kitchen. Radharani's kitchen. So Radharani's kitchen should be clean. We have Praveen Prabhu. He takes care of the entire cleaning of temple after Sunday feast. He can say I'm going, but Harisan Prabhu was there. He used to sometimes come at 1 o'clock home back. And I asked him, Prabhu, if you are not eating healthy, it's okay. Maybe you can go back and next day you can come. Then he said once to me, on his birthday, he said, it's Radharani's kitchen, I cannot leave it like that. So kitchen is Radharani's kitchen. At least on the end of the day, the kitchen should be cleaned. Oh, she's giving me signal. See, she's amazing way she was. Okay, we'll skip it. Mahaprasadam should not be eaten directly from the deity's plate, but it should be transferred to another vessel or plate before being eaten. The temple standard is that one should not begin eating until the deity's plates have been washed. Okay, so I skipped some points. So let's complete that also. Anything that has been fallen to the floor cannot be put on the tables. If a vegetable falls on the floor, it may be washed and then used. One must not enter the kitchen straight after using the toilet unless one has taken the bath. Very important. Devotees must be absolutely careful that no hair falls in, contaminates the offerings. Absolute caution must be exercised in this regard. Devotees must keep their hair well covered while cooking. I was thinking, itna acha class chal raha suddenly. There are some rules and regulations also to follow. Okay, we'll end here. Thank you very much for patiently listening. We'd also like to thank all the devotees who have joined online. Arun Prabhu, Ruchi Mataji, Prajakta Mataji, and Sima Mataji. Thank you so much. We'll end here. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.